No, I never thought that we'd be racing a Vanagon in a Baja 1000 or 500 or 20, really, to be honest. I never expected to see that.
What we're trying to do is we're trying to race a Vanagon. First of all, racing a Vanagon, a Volkswagen camper, in any kind of competition event, in and of itself is a challenge. But taking the same vehicle and actually competing and doing well on asphalt, and then converting it to a Syncro, four-wheel drive, and then running it in Baja. Someone once coined it as the Swiss Army knife of vehicles. But it's much more than that. I mean, it shows you how versatile the platform is.
I think being able to have a van, compete and finish in a NORRA race, this wasn't even something that I was considering a possibility 10 years ago. And it feels amazing that we've come to this point where we have these this team of research and development engineers building this van out in a way that allows it to drive all the way down to Baja, run the whole race, finish the race, and then drive all the way home. It is amazing.
As far as taking a vehicle and doing things like camping in it with your stove and sink and refrigerator, and then stripping it, turning it into a race car for Sonoma, and then turning it into a four-wheel drive racing in Baja. That's kind of, in a nutshell, what excited me about getting in this business in the first place. About 4 or 5 years ago, a friend of ours, Ned Bacon, and my son Lucas and I were down in Mexico, and we started talking about this Lemons racing that Ned has been doing. It's like, what's this Lemons racing, Ned? And he tells us about this wacky $500 car race that these guys have started. Somebody suggested, hey, we should enter a Vanagon event. We built this vehicle and we raced it in Lemons with a 24-valve VR6 engine. Blew the first engine up in practice. We came back the following year with a water boxer engine. We scrapped the VR6 because it was too heavy and too complicated, and we just wanted to go back to a simple water boxer. And we started doing better and better. We got a couple second places, a couple third places, kind of knocking at the door, winning Class C. And we started daring each other, and then the guys were saying, what we're going to do, we win Class C. And I had stuck my foot in my mouth, and I said, well, I'll tell you what, if we win Class C, we'll make this thing into a Syncro and race it in Baja.
It's different in Baja. When you break down in Baja, or you get lost in Baja, which happens, you're really left to your own devices to survive, and I think that's one of the key ingredients to adventure that a lot of people just can't experience these days unless they go to places like Baja or the Sahara, or the Outback.
You really are your own self-preservation down there. There's, if something were to happen, or you had a terrible injury or a vehicle breakdown, you have to be self-sufficient enough. It's not like being in the States where you can call 911 and have helicopters and rescue teams there under an hour. Baja, you're totally isolated. So part of that challenge is appealing to people. Being self-sufficient, just kind of out there, putting it all on the line and having a great time doing it.
Vehicle's all done. It's been thoroughly tested. I'm feeling pretty good about the whole thing. Like I say, we've been able to get this thing out and really bash it around. We flew it over some dunes, landed it hard, and it's responded really well. Nothing has failed.
We've been pushing triple time for the last how many hundreds of hours?
Since Lemons.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't wait for May, because I'm going to sleep in May.
Yeah.
Salud. Someone's got to shoot these. Salud. To fun and safe.
To number one.
To finishing.
To finish.
No matter what.
Am I nervous about this? Yeah, I am nervous. It's funny. When we go to Baja in our Syncros for camping and enjoyment, we typically cross the border, get supplies, and within an hour we're off-road, and we don't see pavement again for weeks. In this event, we're going to be relying on the asphalt roads with our haul vehicle, our tow vehicle. We'll be taking a big 4-door pickup truck and towing this enormous 40-foot trailer that's big enough to sleep all 5 of us. And to be honest with you, I'm more nervous about driving that thing on the highways than I am about driving this vehicle off-road. And the other thing, of course, is what am I forgetting? You know, what are we forgetting to bring that we're going to need?
Could it be back here?
Fucking believe I didn't bring the registration. Unbelievable. I'm trying to get a hold of Becky. Hang on, sit tight, Jad. Hang on one sec. Where are we now?
We need registration and insurance for the trailer and the truck.
Para ir a Tijuana. ¿Eh?
Vamos a regresarlo.
Yep.
Si hay un área asignada para autobuses, si es por donde. ¿Sí lo trae o no lo trae?
No lo traigo. Mira, no lo tengo. No tengo la registración. Con todo lo que tenemos que hacer, se me olvidó.
Why do we need an escort?
They're going to provide us with an escort to make sure we go in the right way.
Tiene que estacionar por aquí.
Tengo que dar la vuelta. They're insisting that I park the trailer. So I said, okay, I told them in Spanish, that, give us a minute, we're going to go down the block, we're going to just go around the block, come back, find a place to park, and we'll come in and talk to you. Voy a bajar y dar la vuelta. And all these things go through my mind, so I turned the corner at the end of the block, and I just gassed it. If that woman doesn't follow us, we're out of here.
Shit. Honestly, who has trouble getting into Mexico? We do, obviously.
Now we're running from the law. Okay, is this the right way?
Salud.
That was easy.